something I'm really into is the NFL. I love football and I love sports, but also I love the NFL because it's really the last monolith of American culture. With the information age and the digital revolution, there are so many options for people to go to for news and entertainment and whatever else. So it's very fragmented. Whereas before in the 20th century, you had big four networks, very top down, and there weren't many options. But today, if you look at the top rated TV shows every year, the NFL is over half of them, just different games of the NFL. So it's always fascinating to me. And that's why I love tuning into NFL games, because you get kind of a snapshot of American society based on commercials and based on the whole pageantry around games. There's a game going on the field, but there's also a game going on outside. And so during my hiatus, it was December 4th, 2022. It was the Colts-Cowboys game. I decided to take notes on the commercials that came on for Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football, the Cowboys won 54-19. It was a blowout. So good thing I wasn't tuning in for the actual game. But people love football all over the country. It's such an American tradition, an American sport, that people will tune in just to watch the sport, right? And stars play, not necessarily for their own home teams. That's why it's also so intriguing, right? You have the most amount of eyeballs on NFL games. So if you're a company, a brand, or you're trying to push a new product, right? The NFL gives you an opportunity to communicate your message in front of the most amount of people, right? Biggest bang for your buck, per se. So during this game, I took notes on every single commercial break. And the way it would usually work, there'd be 5 commercials, and then there'd be another commercial that would lead into the broadcast that was an NBC affiliated show, whether it be their variety shows, their comedy shows, their drama shows, things like that. So I took notes. To start off, you got Geico, Uber, Google Pixel, Geico, Walmart, Hyundai, Walmart, Progressive, Wendy's, Puss in Boots, Amazon, Pepsi, Hyundai, Etsy, Visa, MetaQuest 2, Chipotle, Allstate, Geico, Kohl's, Coca-Cola, Puffs, Xfinity, PNC Bank, Procter & Gamble, Walmart, Arby's, AT&T, Pfizer, Avatar 2, Lowe's, Toyota. And it's funny, too, with these cars, it'll be like Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai, the official car of Sunday Night Football. But then you'd have like Chevrolet, the official EV vehicle of Sunday Night Football. Then you would have Toyota, the official car of Sunday Night Football halftime. So it's interesting in the ways that the NFL can maximize their revenue for that. But the list goes on and on with these. I broke down the categories. Something I was very curious about, because I'll work a lot during college football games, and I feel, and like at night, so I feel like I'm always seeing beer commercials, gambling commercials, prescription drug commercials. So here I thought that these commercials would reflect that. So here's the breakdown. For food, there were 14 commercials. Insurance, 11 commercials. Retail, 15. Technology, 9. Cars, 8. Healthcare, 3. These are mainly like COVID commercials. And you have phone, 9. Financial, 8. Entertainment, 7. Gambling, only 1. So there were no alcohol or prescription drug commercials during this broadcast. And that kind of stumped me. I was like, how could that be? And I thought more broadly about it, and of all the networks, NBC is kind of the feel-good network. It's very inclusive to all kind of demographics and ages, whereas Fox is it skews very young and kind of flashy. CBS skews more older, and so NBC, especially at night, it's going to try to be more family-friendly, family-focused. So that's my guess and conclusion to why there weren't alcohol or prescription drug commercials. It's very safe. It was a very safe broadcast. And of these companies, you would notice there's a lot of big companies. And I would guess because it's the last monolith of American culture, these commercials for the primetime game of the week of the NFL are going to be quite costly in time slots. So you got Walmart had a lot. You got your Coca-Colas, your Progressive, your Allstates, your Amazon, all these car companies, then your fast food commercials. K Jewelers, right around Christmas, right? And so then you're pushing that. And then you would have companies or brands kind of newer on the scene that were trying to, make a statement or really put themselves out there. You got like Airbnb, Uber Eats, MetaQuest 2, so some of these more technology-based companies. But, so that was something I did. I was a little bored and also quite fascinated by it, so it was a lot of fun. Maybe I should do more of these. Because you can get a real snapshot of like the audience and who they're trying to reach, and again, you have the game itself, right? But then there's so much going on around it, and if you're able to kind of take a step back and observe it, it's a lot of fun. Really interesting. So thought I'd share it.